I am so glad you are here. I'm Liz from Megas Books and Herbs, and it is Divine Saturday in my world. And we started talking last week about geomancy, a system of divination which requires you to create 4 yes or no answers just randomly. You can do this with an app on your phone by flipping a coin, and then you devise a figure from those 4 yeses or nos. So a 1 might be the no, in which case you have 1 dot, but you need to do this 4 times. So you get another 1, then you get an even, and then you get another odd, and you get this figure, which is Puer. This is often the first figure listed in Geomancy, and it's usually called boy, but I think that's a misnomer for the way we use the word boy today. I would suggest young man is a better translation today of the concepts behind Puer. Say someone between the ages of 15 and 25 who is more masculine presenting. In fact, this is described often either as a sword, the handle's here and the blade's here, or as a man who's being so driven by that one pair in his anatomy that it overrides his inner life. It's all about outward action. It's all about proving you're a guy. It's all about really being assertive and aggressive on the negative side. Assertive is great. Aggressive might get out of hand. You know what I mean? So this is the beautiful Puer figure. Always think young man when you see it. Always think someone who's in for the fight. They want to really participate. It's associated with fire. It's associated with the planet Mars, which I also associate with like a 20-year-old guy. My stereotype for that is the 20-year-old guy who wants to prove he's a man, so he goes into the bar and he gets in a fight. As opposed to, say, Jupiter, who's a 50-year-old man, same goal, but when he goes in the bar, he buys a round of drinks for everybody in the bar. You kind of see the stereotype there? And I'm not trying to say 20-year-old men are like that. Not at all. I'm just saying that's the way this gets viewed, using that stereotype as the young man who maybe doesn't have a lot of self-reflection yet and is super out there in the world. So a lack of inner life is a part of the meaning of Puer, which is the name of this figure. It's a beautiful little figure. It's from this geomantic system, which is great. So if I were getting this symbol, I was just doing a 1 symbol geomantic reading. I just wanted to get 1 figure, get a quick answer to my question. And I saw this. I would interpret this as either act now, really get out there, be brave, just do it. Or I would take it as take a moment and think. You might not be thinking this through quite yet. So just take a pause, take a breath, and reflect on what you're doing. Is this really the direction you want to go? I know it feels good right now. I know it's a great idea in the moment, but is it going to feel like a good thing after you do it when you wake up tomorrow? That's one of the things I would think about if I saw Puer come up in a geomantic reading. I'm looking at how much time slipping by. So yeah, literally in the book that inspired this series, no receptive inner life, but lots of outward life, lots of exuberance, lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm, but maybe a little rash, maybe a little too quick to decide what action to take next. It is that stereotype of the 20-year-old getting into the bar fight and might have felt justified in the moment, but when they wake up the next day in a jail cell charged with battery, it doesn't look like maybe it was the brightest move in the world. So I would absolutely interpret this as having a lot of passion in the situation, having a lot of courage, having a lot of oomph for getting something done. So depending on the reading and the question I'm asking, I might say yes, or I might say, wait a minute, let me think it through. Let me just think about how everybody else is going to respond when I take that big, aggressive, assertive action. Is it aggression or is it assertion? Is it unproductive in the long run or productive in the long run? And that's how I would look at Puer if I had him in a reading. The boy, the young man, the yellow beard, the the Warrior as well for names for this guy. Well, in any event, we'll talk about geomancy more next week. In the meantime, on behalf of myself and the rest of the staff, we all want to thank you for being your amazing magical you, and of course for doing the little magical things you can do here in social media land for us. We appreciate all of those things, of course. In the meantime, I hope we see you all either here at the shop in Minneapolis or online at negusbooks.com. And in the meantime, have a great week, and we will see you soon.